All right, boys and girls, we got a little bit of an exciting one here for you today. We're going to show you how to graph an equation in both slope-intercept and standard form by finding the intercept. So no counting slope, no nothing like that. You probably already know how to find the y-intercept in slope-intercept form, but I'm going to show you a little shortcut for the x-intercept, and I'm also going to show you a shortcut for finding both intercepts in standard form. I got this little key right here. Once you understand this video, then that'll make a whole lot of sense, and that's probably all you're going to need. So if you want to pause the video, write that down right now, keep referring back to it. Man, we're going to unpack something really powerful for you here now. All right, so first thing first, x-intercepts, y is always 0. Y-intercepts, x is always 0. It's kind of like swapped, right? But here's why. The x-intercept, well, that's where the graph crosses this x-axis, and everywhere on here, y is 0. So y is equal to 0 anytime a line crosses the x-axis. That's what the x-intercept is. Same is true for the y, the other way around, right? For this line, everywhere on this line, x is equal to 0. So for the y-intercept, x equals 0. All right, so let's get to it. Let's do two equations. Two equations for each. Two for slope-intercept, two for standard. First thing first, what this is saying right here, the y-intercept in slope-intercept form is just b. And a b is, of course, that number over there, 9. Right? So let's do this one first. 9 is right here. That's the y-axis. That's the y-intercept at 9. Now, the shortcut for finding the x-intercept when we're in slope-intercept form, right, is negative b over m. So it's going to be negative 9 over the slope, which is 3. Just reduce that, negative 3. So 1, 2, 3 right there. So that's your shortcut right there. That's your kind of your formula. You find that from algebra. You don't really have to memorize that. When you really understand it, you can kind of figure that out. But like for a tool just that's quick and easy and to get you started, man, I think that's really cool. So that's equation number 1. Let's do equation number 2. So the y-intercept is, of course, 0, negative 4 for number 2, right? So 0, negative 4, that's right there, right? Now, we could count up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you also how to find the x-intercept from here. So here's the x-intercept. It's going to be negative b over m. So negative of negative 4 is positive 4 over m is 1/2. So that might look really confusing. 4 divided by 1/2, right? But if you remember, you multiply by the reciprocal, that's 8. Right? So it's going to be 4 divided by 1/2. 4 divided by 1/2. Well, that's 4 times 2. That's 8. So 8 is the x. That's right there. So there we go. Now I know that fraction thing might be kind of tricky, and it might be easier if you have a fraction to just go ahead and count it. But if you had to find the x-intercept and you didn't have a graph, you could use that little formula right there. Most of the time, it works out a lot easier than that, but I thought I'd give you a tricky example. All right, so now let's flip over here to standard form. So this is what this thing right here. Here's what it's saying. It's saying that the x-intercept is going to be c divided by a, 0, every single time, and the y-intercept, when we're in standard form, is going to be 0 for x, and then c divided by b. So whatever a and b and c are, if you can figure those out, you can just plug them in and you can find everything. So let's do equation number 1 here in standard form. Let's find the x-intercept first. So we've got c over a. C is 15. B is negative 3. A is 5. So we have 15 divided by 5. Right? Well, that's just 3. So our x-intercept is 3, 0. 3, 0. Our y-intercept for equation number 1 over here, it's c divided by b. C divided by b. C divided by b. So that's 15 divided by negative 3, which is going to give us negative 5. So that's right here, negative 5. So first equation looks just like this. Boom, done. That's equation number 1. Now let's talk about equation number 2, shall we? Man, using our shortcut, c over a, c over a, that's 8 over 2, that's 4, 4, 0, that's right here, right? And then 8 divided by 3. So we have a fraction here. And again, just like the last one, I wanted to give you kind of something that's maybe a little bit trickier. 8 over 3, well, I'm pretty sure that's just going to be 2 and 2/3. It's just a little bit before 3. So 1, 2, 3, just a little bit before 3 right there. So connect our dots, and that's what that one would look like right there. That would be equation number 2. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. That's your key right there. Here's what it means, right? If you're in slope-intercept form, that right there is your shortcut for the x-intercept. B is, of course, the y-intercept. If you're in standard form, C over A is your x. C over B is your y. Boom, you're done.